Shalom Aleichem Rabotai, this is Rabbi Kovacs. We are continuing the Mishnah Yomi in the 4th chapter of Sheviit at the 7th Mishnah. Today is Lag BaOmer, more on that in a minute. While we cannot plow and plant on Sheviit, we can eat what is already growing, such as the fruit on the trees, because the Torah says, the resting of the land, it's for you to eat. So we don't, God forbid, starve during Sheviit. We eat what's growing by itself. But from when do we eat it? Obviously, if someone eats an unripe fruit, in a sense, that's wasting the fruit. We have to eat it with kedushat Sheviit, meaning not wasting it. Even for example, the peel of an orange has to be treated with the sanctity of Sheviit. You'll find during Sheviit and Motzei Sheviit, even the juice that's made from fruits, there's a warning label on it not to waste any of the juice. So you would drink all of I remember this when I was in Eretz Yisrael. I was at Motzei Sheviit in Yeshiva, and we would drink all of the orange juice or lemonade, and then you put water into the bottle to get every single drop of the fruit juice, and drink that too. So you're not wasting a single drop. So from when can you eat the fruits without them being wasted? A pogim, the unripe figs, mish yazrichu, when they start to redden, ochil behen pita basode, you can eat with them with your bread in the field. So while you're out dealing with in the field, traveling, whatever it is, you bring your bread with you, and you're looking for condiments. They didn't have mustard and ketchup. They didn't have Grey Poupon. So you go and you squeeze some figs onto your bread to moisten your bread and be like your ketchup. So you can't take them to the house because they're not fully ripe, but they're ripe enough that in the field you would use them to sweeten your bread, which is all you have with you. Bicholu, once they swell up, now they're nice and juicy. You can bring them into your house. We're going to see later, perot Sheviit that are brought into the house, there's going to be what's called the zman bir, when you have to take them out of the house again, make them hefker. There's a discussion about that much later. But for now, you can bring them in once they're fully ripe. And similar to them, to these points of development, b'shar shnei shavua, chayiv b'maisrot. In other years, they're chayiv in meiser. Now it's interesting, meiser, if someone's just having a snack out in the field, out in his apple orchard, then he can go ahead and eat, just take from the tree and eat without taking meiser. But once he brings it to the house, when it's ripe and it's done and it's processed, you bring it to the house, then it's chayiv and meiser. Mishnah chet, haboser, unripe grapes, mishehevi mayim, once they're squeezable and the liquid comes out, ochel bo pita besode. Again, if you're traveling, you're on the move, you're out in the field, you can squeeze them onto your bread, use them as your Grey Poupon. Hivish, once they've gotten usha, they've gotten nice and ripe, konis latoch beito, bring them to the house, or eat them in the house like in a normal suda. Ken kiyotzebo, and similarly b'shar shnei shavua, in the other years of the week. This shnei shavua, it does mean literally years of the week of years, of the cycle of 7 years. Chayiv b'maisrot. That's when they're fully developed and they're brought into the house, and a person has to take meiser before eating them. So the shaila we should have on Lag BaOmer, it's really a shaila for Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. B'ezrat Hashem, we should ask him soon, that the carob tree, he was fed from a carob tree in the cave for 12 years. Remember the Gemara Shabbat Lamed Gimel, so Lag b'Shabbat, the Gemara says he was in the cave 12 years, fed from a carob tree. So the question for him is, since he's in hiding in the cave, is it considered in the field and he could eat these carobs before they're fully ripe, or was it considered his home and he should wait until they're fully ripe? Or the question doesn't get off the ground because the figs were growing miraculously. They would grow, the carobs would grow a fully ripened carob every day or every suda. So perhaps it's not an issue of Sheviit bichlal. So obviously he was there for 12 years. He had at least one Sheviit, so it's a question that's nogea for Bar Yochai, and we hope to discuss this Torah with him soon. Sei gesund.